Okay, now we're talking about these septuplets, and I know it looks like I'm the only skunk.
Bill, I hate that murdering au pair. I just can't stand her, and I'm so mad at England. Go ahead.
Wow. There is another skunk at the garden party here with the septuplets. They are the Thompsons. They are a black couple. They had sextuplets a couple of years ago, and the woman was in the press today, the mother, saying, you know, when I had my 6 kids, there was no apple juice, there was no vans, no one was building a house. And she says, I'm happy for the woman in Iowa. She's a very nice woman. But, you know, it just didn't happen for us. Isn't there a double standard? And it sort of supports your theory that racism is alive and well when black people have 6 kids.
She's got a warm heart. She's concerned about the kids. We know that race still matters in so many different ways. But the point is not to point it out. How do we overcome it? How do we build the bridges so that every child has equal dignity, equal value, and we give equal attention? That's the real challenge, it seems.
Yes, well, that's a... That is a lovely prepared speech. Sit back. Now,
I think, but I mean it, though, Bill.
I know you mean it, but you know, don't make a speech. Here, I'm just asking about.
I believe that woman is probably. I believe it was a racial thing.
Isn't it? I mean, really.
It's obvious, and it does definitely still exist. But I think we're heading in the right direction. I mean, I don't think it can be fixed overnight. Too bad. It would be great if it could. But there's certainly racism in the world. I mean, and there's racism against whites as well. And you know, I've had long hair my whole life. I remember being, you know, the only people I could hang around with was blacks and stuff back in the 70s, you know. But it's...
I still got mine, too, though.
Yeah. But it's coming together. It's healing itself.
You even got the pick back there, don't you?
I sure do, though, brother.
We're going to start a band, Cornell and I. We're going
to play together.
Play bass.
You're not really comparing long hair to being black, are you? I mean,
in the late 60s and early 70s,
oh,
you
come
bet.
on.
Oh, give it up, man. I couldn't even go in place. I used to get kicked out of...
It must have been so hard for you.
It was, man.
Hey, Marianne.
I'm serious. I had so much prejudice. I mean, I felt it really bad. Absolutely.
Sammy.
There were restaurants...
Didn't you ever see Billy Jack? It was really hard for long-haired people.
In the 70s, okay, early 70s, San Francisco. That was the only place. That's why all these hippies moved up there. I was a hippie, you know.
But
and there was prejudice against
No, but see,
hippies.
one of the reasons why that was so many white brothers who had long hair were also viewed as nigger lovers. You associate with these blacks.
That's as ridiculous as what he's saying.
No, not at all. He was marginalized, which meant you must have been hand in hand with these other folk who were also marginalized. Us, one of those liberal folk who like to hang around those Negroes.
I was in a store one time. I don't know. Bill, I'm not sure either.
For a minute there, you kind of turned into my Uncle Morris.
I was in a store, and a little kid came around the corner. I was reading a magazine. A little kid came around the corner and said, hey, Daddy, look, there's one of those jerks. I swear to God.
And you're still here to tell the story. That is... Well... But I mean,
it's okay now, but I'm saying there is prejudice, but everything gets better. It's getting better, better and better.
But
It's
long
getting better.
hair doesn't really compare to the
Not
African-American
in history, but at the
experience.
time it did to me, when I wouldn't get let into a place because I had long
Remember
hair.
that song, Hair? The guy tucked the hair under my hat.
Exactly. When the cops would stop you, when the police would stop you because you had long hair out of the car, what have you been doing? Start looking around for drugs. I'm dead serious.
Well, see, that's exactly what often happens to black folks.
That's right. It was the same situation. It didn't last as long. The brother's been dealing with it for a long time.
This is true. This is true.
But it's getting better. It's all getting better.
Turning black in front of us.
We're going into the...
Getting old.
What's up? No, we're all going in the right... I think we're going in the right direction is what I'm saying. I think that's coming together.
I'm going in the direction of a commercial.
I'm not as freaked out as Cornell.
Join us tomorrow when our guests will be Representative Jim Rogan, Sarah Silverman, April Elizondo, and Steve Lawrence.
All right, we were talking about how Sammy got hassled by the man. You know, you can, like,
define the man.
Take scissors and cut off your long hair, but you can't cut off your black skin.